Namo Dasa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Namo Dasa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Namo Dasa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. So today we go to as wait a moment. I have to open the open what? Open then the chat. Cetasika chat. Okay. So last time we study about the dosa asa machariya kokocha. Okay. So we kokocha removes dosa asa machariya kokocham kokocha kukada. So removes. That one we already discussed, but there's something still remain about the kokocha. Some information about the kokocha. So there are now what we have said. Kokocha is nivarana kokocha. Okay, nivarana kokocha. Kokocha as a hindrance, mental hindrance. So it hinders the arising of a kusala, wholesome mentalities. So that's why that kokocha is a nivarana kokocha. Kokocha Cetasika. Another kind of a kokocha is that Vinaya kokocha. The Vinaya kokocha. The kokocha is about thinking about something. In the case of a Vinaya, monastic discipline, so whether it is a proper or not, proper or improper. So after eating, suppose women are not allowed to eat. In the Theravada tradition, 10 kinds of meats are not allowed to eat. Okay, for example, human flesh. Okay, mothers are not allowed to eat human flesh, human meat. So because we share the same nature, so not appropriate in whatever reason. So, but sometimes the people cook and then offer. So we, after eating, we feel something strange. Then we ask the people what kind of meat it is. Then they told, this is a human flesh. Other time, we may have a very serious doubt, okay, serious problem. Maybe I have done something wrong and so on. So that kind of a thing is called Vinaya kokocha. So sometimes we are not sure whether it is acceptable or not. Okay. So when the people offer, whether it is not acceptable or not, that is a good thing. Okay, we have to have that kind of doubt, that kind of uncertainty. So whether it is appropriate or not for the mass. So that is not the nivarana, not the kokocha cetasika. That is called Vinaya kokocha. Okay, it is encouraged. So whatever before we do or while we are doing, we have to be suspicious. Okay? So that the Vinaya Gogoja even happen in the for the Buddha Jana is not a problem. It generally it is nature for the Buddha Jana to happen. Even for the Sikha and also Arahanda, Gogoja can arise. Vinaya Gogoja. So for the monastic discipline, because some of the monastic disciplines are laid down by the Buddha. Because of the Buddha, there is a rule. Okay, because the Buddha laid down the rule. So that kind of thing is called Panati Vaja. In the world, conventionally that there is no fault, no mistakes. But because the Buddha laid down not to do. For example, here, uh, eating, okay, dinner, having a dinner, okay, at the wrong time, at the untimely hours. So it is a convention everyone accepts in the world. So it is acceptable. So no one regard it as a mistake, But when the Buddha, after practicing, after living as a why he is living as a Buddha, then he recognized because he eat only one meal a day, then he came to know that is a good, appropriate for the mass. So to have only one meal a day. So the Buddha encouraged his disciples, Mass, I eat only one meal a day. That's why it is okay for me. I'm healthy, I'm light, I'm ready to eat, ready to practice, and so on. So no sleepiness is there. So also no big disease there. So that's why so I encourage mass, you also have only one meal a day. Like that. So in the very early periods of the Buddhahood, then the Buddha don't lay down the rule, just encourage, just remind. But later on, the Buddha enacted, the Buddha may lay down the rule that so monks are not allowed to eat at untimely hours. Otherwise, there will be Vajidya offense. So that is the rule. Okay, that is a kind of rule that happened because of the Buddha's promulgation, the Buddha's because the Buddha laid down that kind of a rule. So in the world, conventionally, no mistake, not a problem, but the Banadi Vaja, because it became an offense, it became a mistake because the Buddha laid down. Okay, the Buddha made the rule. So in that case, so even though conventionally not a problem, not a mistake, whether it is appropriate for a monastery life or not, we are required. Okay, we are required to have such a kind of a gogoja. Okay. That go Vinaya gogoja. Vinaya gogoja is not the agusala cetasika. We have to remember. And also asanyada gogoja. Asanyada gogoja. Asanyada means no restraint. Okay. No restraint. So when we are in the assembly of the Sangha, suppose we go together in the evening, also in the early morning, we might gather together in the Buddha's room. So to pay homage to the Buddha and also to listen the Dhamma talk. And also if we participate in the Sangha functions. So other day, we have to restrain our physical movement, barbell movement. So also we should not we should not be playful Okay, we should not be playful in the midst of the Sangha. So also, if we speak, we should not speak loudly. Okay, so if we do like that, it is improper. Okay, improper behavior. Improper behavior. So in that case, the sometimes we don't restrain. Okay, we don't restrain our physical, our hands and legs and hands. Also, our eyes are playing around the room, so we look here and there. So that they go asanyata. So asanyata goguja. So that asanyata goguja is usually happen because of the agusala citta, restrained mind. Our mind is other time influenced by the moha, okay, ignorance. Okay? Ignorance. So that kind of kogoja is asanyata kogoja, but it does not mean it belongs to the dosa group. Okay, it is simply no restraint of our physical and verbal movement in the midst of the assembly. So that point, okay, altogether, three kinds of kukujas are there. Number one is nivarana kukuja, that is the kukuja now we are referring to. Then another type is vinaya kukuja. Okay, vinaya kukuja, whether it is proper or not. So regarding the monastic discipline. So another one is asanyata kukuja. So asanyata kukuja. Kukuja means scattering, wavering. So why? Because of the restraint of our physical, verbal, and also not following the etiquette, okay? Not following the customs and traditions. So that in this way, in the Bali text, there, when you read Buddha's teaching, there you can find that kind of a kukuja, then don't confuse one another. Okay. So also in the Jataka, there is one Jataka. It is a name is called Janasanda. Janasanda Jataka. Janasanda Jataka, over there, the Buddha explained 10 kinds of 10 causes for the rising of the remorse. 10 causes for the rising of the remorse. I will tell you. Janasanda Jataka is appear in the Jataka Bali, volume 1, page number 247. Okay, there is Janasanda Jataka. So people, the Buddha explained that over there. So because they fail to do, okay, they fail to do in the previously in 10 cases. That's why later on they got a remorse. They become a remorseful and also regretful. Number one over there, number one verse, the Buddha explains that. Na bobbe dana me says, because why we are maybe it is natural for the every people, for the householders to earn money, okay, to accumulate wealth while we are young, and also while we are capable. So some people, they spend almost all of their time by playing, by enjoying, and also by not working hard to accumulate wealth. So that's why they don't, when they are getting older and older, there is nothing for him, not enough money or property. Even for some people, they don't have a house to live. They don't have their own house to live. So also they don't have their own house to keep their family members and so on. So that's why when they are getting older and older, When they are young, it's okay. They can earn money for their daily food and living place. But when they are getting older, they cannot earn as they were young. So at that time, they become to be worried, sorrowful, or regret it. So it should be I should have earned enough money while I was young. So in this way also, people get what? People become remorseful. And another one is, so while we are young, we have to study, okay, to acquire education. So without education, to make a livelihood is very difficult. Okay, while we are, so that's why. So while we are young, we have to learn. We have to attend the schools and then acquire the knowledge or so education and so on. So because without education, so if we compare about two persons, one is with a degree, another is without degree, no vocational training for them. So so if we compare the two persons, one person with the education or degree is a much potentiality to get a higher job and a higher salary and so on. Only on that day, another person become a remorseful. I should have acquired a kind of a knowledge or education or degree and so on. So that day also, in this way, he became a remorseful. Okay, remorseful. Another one is a Kuda Wedi Puri Asin Bisu no Beti Masigo Chando Japruso Japi Idi Baja Nudabadi. Then briefly we can say that he don't restrain his Babel Babel activities, the worst. So maybe a divisive speech. He trying to divide the people, and also he used a very rude words, and also backbiting and so on, and also cheating while we are maybe selling something or making judgment for the other than we cheat. So then later on, whenever we remember that thing, we feel regretted or remorseful. That is number 3. Number 4 is the Banati Badi Puriya saying Lodo Jabi Anariyo. So that one is Banati Badi. So why we before maybe we might have killed other people, okay, the bribe the life of the other beings. So later on, so that that case repeatedly appear in our mind. So then we feel regret, remorseful because of the killing other beings. And also another one is destroying others families. Okay, it means what maybe living with the other's wife. Okay, so it is a social ethic. Okay, family ethic. So we should not destroy it. We should not live other people's wife, husband, and so on. So as a lay people, then if we did something like this, and later on it became the source for being remorseful. Okay. Then another category is Bahomi Wada Sandami Anabani Ubatiti Nabobi Adanan Dana Idi Paja Nutabadi. So even though we have a lot of food and drinks, okay, but we didn't share anything with any other person. So that is stinginess. Okay, out of stinginess, out of material, we don't offer, we don't share what we have with the other people. Even though we have plenty of food and drinks and clothes, but we fail to give other people. So that's why also later on we may feel regretted, remorseful. It will become what? The source for the remorse. Another one is Madaram Bitaran Jabi Jainakan Gada Yogana. Bahu Sando Nabo Sesa Iti Pajan Nudapati. So it is nature for the people. They are getting older and older. So our parents are getting older and older. Okay. So if we are capable, we have enough money, enough wealth, enough property to support our parents. So then, but we forget to support our parents who are get old. So after their death, okay, after their death, we feel, oh, I should have provide food and requisites for my parents. I have a lot. So when they were alive. Now, even though I have money, I have no chance to support my parents and so on. So in this way, they may be remorseful. That's why that failure to support our old or aged parents, that is also one of the source for the remorse. And another one is Ajariya Manusatara Sabagama Radha Rasaharan Pidarandi Manyesa Idi Pacha Nutabadi. Okay. Sometimes we feel very proud. Okay. That's why even though our teachers, masters, they trying to give instruction, admonishment, we don't follow. We fail to follow. So later on, when something happened to us, we may think, oh, I should have listened to my parents, to my teachers' admonishment. If I listen to them, there will be no misfortune, okay, no misery for us. Okay? In this way, the failure to be obedient to our teachers, that is also one of the sources for the remorse, for being remorseful. Then another source for the remorse is that Samana Vyamani Jabi Sila Wandi Bahosudi Nabo Bibiru Bayesan Idi Baja Nutabadi. There are many beings, many persons who are worthy of the respect. They are virtuous. In terms of morality, they are pure. In terms of wisdom, they are very great. Okay? So Sila and Sutta, they possess. But we've heard when they were alive, when they were accessible to us, we've had to approach to such a virtuous learned masters. So then later on, so we feel remorse and then regretful because we've had to approach to such a virtuous and learned masters. So that's why that is also failure to approach virtuous and learned masters. That's also one of the sources for the remorse. Then another one, the last one, that is what? Sadhu hodi dabojina, sandoja viru basido, naja bobe dabojino, iti baja nudabadi. So, Tapa Ajina. Okay, that we should accumulate. We should accumulate in the world. Or what is the right thing to do in the world is what? For 10 Sujarita Karmas. Okay, 10 Sujarita Karmas. So that is what? Wholesome moral actions. Okay, wholesome moral actions we should accumulate. So even though teachers are trying to admonish, okay, also we can say for the lay people, monks, they encourage lay people to observe 5 precepts every day. But the people fail to do so. Okay. So even though masters, teachers, seniors, parents, they encourage us to practice because but we fail to do so. So that's why later on we feel regretted or remorseful. So in this way, in the Janasandha Jataka, the Buddha explained 10 sources for the people to become remorseful. Later on, if we fail to do something, these things in the past, then we will be, we have a more possibility to become a remorseful. Okay? So the more we contemplate, the more it becomes reasons for us to be remorseful. So that is.
I'm sorry, Sarah, could you please repeat again? I couldn't hear clearly.
Okay. Okay. So the Buddha in that Janasandha Jataka explained 10 sources for the people to be remorseful. So most of them, okay, all of them are related to the past action, our failures, failure to do good things, okay, and also failure to support the parents, failure to be obedient to the masters, okay, failure to approach to the virtuous and wise persons, and also so because of the something we have done wrong, like a banadipada, killing other living beings in the past, and also telling a lie, and also cheating, and also abusive speech or divisive speech, and also destroying others' families. So, and also failure to acquire wealth, failure to acquire education, and so on. So these are the souls for us to be remorseful and later. While we are getting older and older, in the later ages, we become, we mostly live with the remorse. Because when we were, that's one of the interesting human nature. Okay. When we were young, we are always looking ahead. Okay, looking ahead. We tend to look ahead, future. So in the future, I will be like this or like that. So I will become a physician or medical doctor or engineers or maybe presidents and so on. So while we are young, we have a lot of hope. We live with the hope. Okay, we live with the hope. We mostly think about the future. So my future is very bright, still very bright for us. But when we are getting older and older, mostly we recollect the past things. Okay? We recollect the past things. In the past, our failures and also our success and so on. So, and then among the failures and success also, failure mostly easy to appear in our mind. So whatever we already become a successful, then we just enjoy happy it, but don't embrace it so much. Okay. So, but for the failures, so failure to learn, failure to acquire wealth, and so on. So also failure to support the parents, and so on. So they constantly appear in our minds. That's why if they serve as the source for us to be remorseful, to live with the remorse, okay, in life. So that's why. So even not even though we mostly look back when we are getting older and older, we try to look back our past. So it is encouraged not to look back the past failures, rather to look back at the past success. Only then we can develop a mudita, okay, or we can develop a mudita, appreciate so how much I have done for my family, for my people, for my friends, for the other people, for my students, and so on. That will make you comfortable. Okay? That will make you more comfortable. That will give you more energy to live further. Okay? If we are striking by the guguja, regret, and remorseful, we feel worthless. Okay? We feel nothing. It means that we feel ourselves useless. Okay? As a useless fellow, then depression increase in our mind. So that's why not to arise a depression in our mind, as well as if we allow depression arise in our mind, what happens? Our physical health will be reduced, deteriorated. So that's why it is very important in our later ages to remember our past success. Okay, so not to be proud, but to appreciate ourselves. So we try to appreciate what we have accomplished, even though we may have done, at least I think in our life, we have done something good for maybe some people, a few people. So that's also very treasure in our life. We have to keep it in our mind, and also we have to appreciate, self-appreciation. We have to appreciate ourselves. Then it gives energy for us to live longer, to live healthily, okay? And also, okay, I have done, I was very good for other people, so I will continue to live by giving my service to the community, to the people around us, and so on. So in this way, the mudita make you successful. Mudita make you appreciate in your life, and also with the mudita you can live longer, and also it will encourage you to do good things in the remaining ages, remaining years. Okay, so I think you have some of you may have a heart about some of the people who the who suffered, who was suffering a lot in the hell. So that's why before they were there in the hell. Okay, they were very rich people. Okay, they spent the whole life enjoying sensual pleasures, destroying others' wife and children, and so on. So that's why after death they were born in the very, very serious hell. They were suffering over there. So they were so regretful that's why when they were suffering in the hell, they want to utter the words because of they did something wrong. Now they are suffering, but they can't express the whole sentence or the whole message. Rather, they can utter only one word for each person. So one person, he mentioned do, okay? Another person sa, another person na, another person so, do sa na so, okay? Like that. Because this is what King Kosala, so he have heard at the night that sort of sound. And he don't know this sound is very, very loud, even though one word, but very loud and very frightening. So he don't know. That's why he go at the Buddha. Then the Buddha explain him what is the voice, what is the meaning, the meaning of that sound, and also how it happened. Okay? Because these rich men, poor rich men, they were so regretful, remorseful. And then that's why they don't want to make other people the same mistakes like them. That's when they say these words. But in the hell, their suffering is so great. That's why they could not add a full sentence or full verse. Only one word for one person. Like a dusana, so it means don't waste your time, don't destroy other people's wife and children, and also don't do evil things, so on. Because of these bad actions, we are suffering. So that's also about the kukucha. Okay? After doing something wrong, we feel remorseful. And also, after failure to do something good also, we mostly get remorseful. So not to have a remorseful at the present time, we should make an effort, okay, to do good things as well as to refrain from the bad things. That's why they say future is a now. Okay? Future is a now. Now is very precious. So if we live a very good manner, in a very good manner in the present, then our future will be very bright. There will be no things to be remorseful. So these are some information about the Kukucha. So let's go to another Cetasika that is, I think, quite understandable. Thina, middha, vicikicchā. Thina, one Cetasika, one mental concomitant. Middha, another. Vicikicchā, the last one. Okay, thina is what? What is a thina? Thina is a mental concomitant that thina is a mental concomitant that what does it do? It makes us relatives. Okay, it makes us to be very lazy. Okay, to do anything. We don't want to do anything. That is what a thina. We are not eager to do this thing or that thing. So that is thina. Thina is a mental concomitant that tends to make us what lazy. Tends to make us lazy, not to do anything. That kind of a mental concomitant is called thina. So when thina arises in our mind, even we don't want to stretch out our hands, our legs, and also even we don't want to turn our head from this side to that side. Thina, that's what? Thina makes you like this. Okay, our mind, in our mind, thina is there. That thina hold you back. Okay, all the time hold you back. So not to move forward. So even very lazy to speak, lazy to read, lazy to listen. Okay. So that is the nature of a thina. So characteristic of the thina is here mentioned anusaha lekhana, anusaha, anusahana lekhana, na usahana. Usahana means making effort. Na means no. Making no effort. It has a characteristic of making no effort. We don't make it. So then we can recognize we don't want to make any effort, even to read or to speak or to move. Okay, so that is a thina. Okay, thina, anusahana lekhanam, thinam, and then viriya vinodana rasam. It has a function of the what? Function of the dispelling the effort. So it dispel or remove the effort. Okay. So viriya is they are very active, or we are very alert to do this or that. But when the viriya, thina is there, no alertness, no active. So we become inactive. Okay, we don't want. We feel very lazy. That's why the function of the viriya, function of the thina is destroying or dispelling effort. Okay, dispelling energetic effort, eagerness. So that's why when the thina cetasika arises in our mind, so not it makes other mental concomitant to be very lazy. So they are mental concomitant that arise together with the thina. So when the thina is there, thina's power spread to other mental concomitants, cetasika, and then they are also become very lazy. Okay, so if a mentality is lazy, so physically we will not move. Okay? Make an effort. We will not make any effort. That's why there is viriya has a function of thina has a function of dispelling the effort or energetic effort. And then Pajubatana manifestation. It manifests in our mind as what? As a sansidana Pajubatanam. Sansidana. Sansidana means reluctance. Okay, reluctance to do. So in this or that functions, we are reluctant to do. So mentally reluctant. Okay. Thina itself also make itself reluctant, as well as it is a mental concomitant also. It makes it reluctant, reduce the effort. Okay. So that is what sansidana Pajubatanam. And then what? Arati vijambikati su ayoniso manasikara padathanam arati. Ayoniso manasikara, we can simply say, okay? We can simply say ayoniso manasikara, improper attention. Okay? We put our attention improperly. Okay? Where? In the conditions, so for example, minds are to live in a secluded place. So if thina is there, so we think the secluded place, we live alone, for example. So that seclusion is become a very boring for them. They think seclusion as a boring condition. So when some people came to our place, the lay people, householders, they mostly live in a hustle and in a very noisy life. So they are very happy to live with the noise. So when we came to the monasteries are so quiet. So they, after 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and so on, they feel very boring. And even they express that, oh, your place is so boring. How do you live here? So like that, already they find no delight in the seclusion because they have a improper attention. Okay, that improper attention on the objects. Okay, so also forest monasteries, they don't want to live in a forest monastery. They think forest monasteries are a very boring place to live. And also in the practice of the samatha meditation, vipassana meditation. So for the samatha meditation, we have to sit in a quiet place or the focus on a one object. So what do you think in your mind? Do you like to go around the object, to go one object after another, What is your preference? You have to think. So if you are asked to focus your mind only on one object for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and so on, do you like? So maybe after some time you feel boring and then sleepy. If you sleep, you fall asleep. So, but for the practitioners who practice meditation, either samatha or vipassana, they have to focus on an object. Okay, for the samatha especially, they have to fix their mind on the object as firm as possible. Then, so for those who have a thina, when the thina arises in his mind, he feels very boring to fix his mind on an object. Okay, so also in the practice of the vipassana, so even though vipassana we can see any object when our concentration is stronger, so we see and maybe this object or that object. Okay, so, until we in our mind we are so clear that these objects are just arising, dissolving, arising, dissolving, impermanent nature. Okay, so suffering nature, no soul nature, and so on. So when they see for those who have a thina in his mind, when they see a nature that makes body to him, that makes it lazy. Okay, because they pay unwise attention, improper attention to that objects. So that's why the proximate cause for the thina to arise is unwise attention or improper attention on the secluded places, also samatha and the vipassana practices. So they find no delight. So that is something about the thina. And then if we go on to see about the middha. Middha is some agamanyata lakkhana, medititi middha nama. So thina deal with the citta. Okay, so unstable nature of the consciousness is called thina. Okay, for the middha mostly related with the mental concomitants, cetasikas. So when the middha arises, so cetasikas, mental concomitants become very, very dull, okay, lazy. So, and also powerless. So other mental concomitants become powerless when the middha arises. When the thina arises, citta become powerless. Okay, no power. That's why reluctant. So when the middha arises, cettasika, vedana, sanya, and the other sankhara, okay, they become powerless. So there are many mental concomitants that has a power. But when they associate with the middha may then no power because middha absorb all of their powers, keep under its control. So that's a middha's nature. Middha is what? A mental concomitant that makes other mental concomitants powerless. Okay, that is middha. So something like it is explained like what? It is explained like what? When we are very sleepy, okay? When we are very sleepy, so we have no power, no enough energy to do this thing or that thing. So like that. When the middha arises in our mind, we have no power. Any other mental concomitant, they have no power to carry out any question. So That is what the middha. Then middha has the characteristic of a agamanyata lakhanam. Okay, middha agamanyata lakhanam agamanyata. Kamanyata. Okay, kamaniya. So kamanyata means adaptability or readiness. Okay, kamanyata means readiness to do this or that. So without middha, we are ready, our mental concomitants are ready to perform their duties. But with the middha, they were no longer ready to perform their duties. So when we are no longer ready to perform our duties, responsibility, our task, then we can understand that there is a middha. Middha is creeping into your mind. Okay? Agamanyata, lakhana, ready, lack of a readiness, okay, lack of adaptability to do this thing or that thing. Then another one, character, it is a characteristic. So as you see, thina middha, these are both of them, thina and middha. These, even though they are different in terms of the in terms of nature, but they work together. They work together. They associate with the same mentalities, same consciousness. Sasankharika okay, promptness. So without any encouragement, so when the thina middha arises, so the citta they associate is sasankharika citta, only with the encouragement. Sometimes we need to encourage ourselves. We are not ready to attend the class. We feel lazy to attend the class, maybe. The one reason is that maybe speaker is very not attractive. The way he presents is not attractive. Also, then you're trying to find the reason because you are lazy. Sometimes because middha is there, thina middha is there, so that's why we're trying to find many excuses. Okay, oh, this one, that one, and so on. So that is what agamanyata. So thina, when the thina middha arises, then we have to encourage ourselves. Okay, I should study, and also by the time when you need to, by the time of the paying homage to the Buddha, sometimes we may be lazy. Okay, we are ready to let it. So we have to encourage. No, it is not like that. You have to pay homage to the Buddha. Okay, every day, in the morning, in the evening, and so on. We have to practice the meditation. So only then we can realize realize things as they really are. So encouragement, we need to have an encouragement. Okay? That's why thina middha associate only with the sasankharika citta. So because they make them lazy, they make other mentalities lazy to carry out their functions. Here regarding the function of the middha, here mentioned onasha rasam, onasha rasa, onasha rasa, onahana rasa. Onasha, what is onasha? So here, onahadi means tied, bind. Okay? If your hands and legs and heads are tied, you cannot move. Okay? You cannot move. So also, this middha has a function of tying, okay? Tying or binding the consciousness as well as doors. So they cannot move. They cannot move freely. Okay? When the middha arises, so it is like what we are feeling sleepy. So we cannot take any this object or that object freely, because we are in the bondage of we are with the time of the middha. Our mind at that time is tied with the rope of the middha. That's why we cannot move our mind to this object or to that object. Even the objects are very good, extremely good, but we cannot move freely because it is middha as a function. Function of middha is a dying down, a pulling back, pull you back, okay? Pull you back and not to add freely. So that is onashanarasam. When the middha arises, the most probability is to fall asleep. So it means that it is a kind of a condition for the bhavanga citta to arise. When we fall asleep, the bhavanga citta arises. Okay. So at that time, by the time middha arises also, so if we cannot control middha, then we will fall asleep. At that time, bhavanga citta mostly happen. So what happened when the bhavanga citta happened? So it is like a water. All the sensitivities are blocked, okay? And also consciousness are blocked. So that is onashanarasa. Middha has a function of the locking or binding or tying, okay, our consciousness and thoughts, not to move freely. Okay? So that is what the function of the middha. Another one, Pajupatthana, Linada Pajupatthana, Pachalayika Neda Pajupatthana, proximate what the manifestation. It manifests in our mind as what? Reluctance. Okay, Linada. We feel reluctant to do this thing or that thing. Hesitate. We are so hesitate even to move our hands, our legs, our head, or even to open our eyes. Okay, so when the middha arises, our mind, our eyelids become very heavy. I don't know whether it is true or not. One day one of my friends told me that. Do you know the heaviest thing in the world? What is the most heaviest thing in the world? So we cannot lift up. Then he told me, maybe you may think a mountain or iron and so on. But he said that it is eyelid, our eyelid. When by the time we feel sleepy, very heavy to lift up. Okay? So that's why they say eyelid is the most heaviest thing in the world. By the time we feel sleepy. Okay. So other than what we have to do, we have to blink our eyes. Pachalayika. Okay. Pachalayika, Neda, Pajupattanam. Okay. So Pachalayika, we have to blink our eyes. So because of the middha, okay, we make a lot of blink in our eyes, blinking. And also later finally we fall asleep. Okay, we are nodding. So and then you have heard the Bachalaya Mana Sutta. There is a one discourse. The Buddha teach Manuel Mogala.
Sorry, Sayadaw, from where?
Bachalaya Mana Sutta.
Okay.
Sutta name is Bachalaya Mana Sutta. I don't remember from where. Bachalaya, let me see. Vajjalaya Mana Sutta, Anguttara Nikaya, Saddaka Nipada. Anguttara Nikaya, Saddaka Nipada, Vajjalaya Mana. Because Manuel Moggallana, why he is practicing meditation? Okay. Maybe maybe nodding. Okay, sleep, short sleep, napping. So in meditation, then the Buddha explained him. So the Buddha asked him, Moggallana, are you sleeping? Are you influenced by the water, middha? Then Moggallana said, yes, I'm a Bandi, and so on. Then the Buddha explained the way how to dispel middha from the mind. Okay, so, so very interesting. So please try to read that Sutta, Pajalaya Mana Sutta, and the Angotta Nikaya, Saddaka Nipada, 7. So the last one, the Buddha encourages that the Buddha encouraged him to try many ways to dispel the middha, okay, sleepiness. Then finally the Buddha said, so as a last resort, if you cannot manage, then you better go and sleep. You better go and sleep. The last one. So that because there is no any other way to dispel sleepiness. Okay, that one also. Here, one of the Pachupadana manifestation is a Pachalayika, means blinking the eyes. Okay, and also sleepiness that appear in our mind. That when the middha arises, so we can observe. Oh, there is a middha because we blink eyes, and also because why do you blink your eyes? Okay, why do you blink the eyes like this? Because you feel heavy. Okay, that's why like a water. In a computer, if you run nowadays, I don't know whether it is such a function available or not. So after using maybe 1 hour, 2 hours, and so on, you have to fresh. Okay, you have to make. There is a button to click on it. So only so that the processing will be easier, smoother. Otherwise, it will be hanged. Okay, fresh. And even in your computer, you have to make a computer fresh. So similarly, if we look at something, if we pay attention to an object for a long time, then we feel body, we feel heavy, that our eye become lazy. And that's why what do you need to do? We have to blink our eyes. So it is what a manifestation of the middha. So heaviness is over there. That's why you're trying to fresh. So some people, some people are aware that when they are talking, they blink a lot. Okay, they blink their eyelid a lot. So I don't know why, but for most of the people don't do like that. Some people they make a lot of blink when they are talking. So, but according to here in the Abhidhamma's literature, so blinking the eye is the manifestation of the middha. Okay, it middha manifests in our mind as a blinking the eyes and also sleepiness. So Pachalayika Neda Pachupadana, and also the same thing. Padatana means the same thing. Aradi, Dandi, Vajambidadi, Su, Ayoni Somnasikara Padatana. Okay, Ayoni Somnasikara is unwise attention, paying unwise attention. So that is a Padatana. That's the same with the thina. Okay, so when you fall asleep, okay, before you sleep, and also after you wake up, right after you wake up, at that time blinking happen, because before you sleep also you want to maybe middha is there because you want to sleep, and also after when you wake up also at that time you still want to sleep, you still continue to sleep. Other time you have to what? Blink your eyes. So, but by the time you fall asleep, okay, during your sleeping time, it may not blink. Your eye may not blink. Okay. So at that time, Bhavanga Ceta happened, Vipaka Ceta. For the Arahant also, Arahant, so they have a physical tire, okay, but there is a no middha. Some of the opinions that who are not Theravada Buddhists, so in their text they mention that for the Arahant, middha is not a mentality, okay, and also because the middha happened to the Arahant, Buddha as well. So because it is obvious for the Buddha and Arahant that they sleep, they take a rest, they sleep. Other time or the sleeping times they sleep. So they assume that the middha is sleeping, the physical, not mental. That's why for the Buddha and Arahant also, middha arises. They think like that. But in the Theravada tradition, we don't accept it like that. So middha is another materiality, but it is a mentality. So also it is a wholesome mental. It belongs to a wholesome mentality. So that's why it is not available. Middha is not available in the Buddha and Arahants. Okay. So for the Buddha also, maybe after the whole day, as you know, the Buddha routine, daily routine of the Buddha. The Buddha spend only what only 1/3 of the last watch of the night. So if you divide the whole night into 3, the whole night is 12 hours. Okay, 12 hours you divide into 3 groups. First watch of the night, middle watch of the night, and then last watch of the night. So for each we can divide 4 hours. Okay. So in the last watch of the night, okay, what the Buddha sleep is only 1/3 of the last watch of the night, maybe about 90 minutes or maybe 100 minutes or around that. So for the Buddha, he spent his time so to release from the physical tiredness. Okay? Because the man, not because of the agusala, middha, agusala cetasika. So also they say what? Also trees and plants also have a middha. Because the trees and plants at the night time they sleep. Okay. So that they also middha they say. But it is not in accordance with the Theravada ideology. So that is something about the thina and middha. So let's go to the last one. That is last agusala cetasika. That is vicikicchā. Vicikicchā is a skeptical doubt. It's a mental concomitant that makes us doubtful. Sabhavan vichinando kicchati kilamati edayati vicikicchā. So it makes us tired. Kicchā means kicchati. It makes us tired. Why we are thinking about the nature, because we are not able to think clearly, not able to comprehend the nature as it is. That's why the more we think, the more we tired. Okay, that is nature of the vicikicchā. So vicikicchā, we can understand that as a mentality that tends to make us tired. It tends to make itself, also other mental concomitants, tired. So because because of its inability to discern the true nature. So when the vicikicchā is there, Okay, even though we see, suppose in my mind, vicikicchā, doubt is there. So even though I see the Buddha, I cannot decide whether he is a Buddha or not. So we feel the more we think, the more we tired. Okay? And also when we contemplate on the universal characteristics or the mentalities and materialities, that is anicca, dukkha, anatta, we can't. So we feel very tired because of our inability to discern the true nature. Okay, that's why. So it is explained that vicikicchā is a kind of mentality that makes us tired in discerning what? Discerning the true nature. So we get the vicikicchā. So another definition is that we get the vicikicchā. Vicikicchā means a remedy, okay, cure. So if we have a kind of disease, then we have to cure that remedy. We have to give a remedy to cure the disease. So vicikicchā is like that, curing. So we get the vicikicchā. So lack of a cure, lack of a remedy. Okay. So long as we have a doubt, okay. So long as we have a doubt, we are lack of a wisdom. With a doubt, we are influenced by the doubt, so we cannot. There has no chance for the wisdom to arise. Okay, so it is far away. He is far away. Also, the person who is with the vicikicchā, he is far away from the cure, curing with the wisdom. Okay, that is also explained. We get the vicikicchā. It doesn't mean that he is not curable. Okay, it doesn't mean that he is not curable, not totally incurable. Okay. So when it indicates that only difficulty, difficulty to be cured. Okay. So when the wisdom arises, he or she will be cured. So another one is through definition. I told you that the one thing is it makes us tired to think about, to consider, to comprehend the real nature of the things and beings. And also another thing is something the Dhamma that make us a lack of a cure. Okay? Not to the it does not mean that we are incurable. Okay, but difficult to be cured. So okay, vicikicchā. And then what is that? Characteristic is sansaya lakkhana. It has a characteristic of the being doubtful. Characteristic of a being doubtful. Okay, being doubtful. Every time we have a doubt, whether it is a Buddha or not, Dhamma or not, Sangha or not, whether it is a true teaching or not, and so on. That is, in this way, vicikicchā has a characteristic of the being doubtful. And then next one is kampana rasa. If you are doubtful, what happens? The function is trembling, shaking. Okay, trembling and shaking, because we cannot focus on it on one side. We are not certain to whether it is right or wrong or good or bad. So maybe baseless. We become a baseless. We cannot remain on a strong base. That's why shaking, trembling. It has a function of the shaking, trembling, kampana rasa, And then Anijaya Bajupatana, Anijaya Bajupatana. It manifests in our mind as indecisive, cannot decide. So long as the vicikicchā is there, we cannot decide is it good or bad. When you is it good or bad or right or wrong, okay? So whether it has a whether we has a characteristic or the hardness and softness or not, or we cannot decide. Anijaya Bajupatana, Anikansa Gaho Biwa, Anikansa Gaha. Gaha means taking, grasping. Ekansa, Eka answer, one edge. Okay? You hold the one edge. So if you are studying, you hold it, you hold one edge strongly. But the answer also we say push our shoulder, one shoulder, okay, two shoulder. Also portion also we mean answer. Okay. So anikansa means na ekansa, na eka answer. 40 not one portion, not one shoulder, maybe many shoulder. Anikansa gaha bajupatana. Okay. So it means restless. We cannot remain firmly trembling. Okay. So sometimes we climb on the we climb up or we descend to the boat or ship. Other than we are not stable. That's why we have to hold another person. Okay. Like this. Anikansa gaha bajupatana. Then the last one, Badathana. Badathana is the same name. Ayoniso manasikara Badathana. Ayoniso manasikara Badathana. Okay. So unwise attention. Okay. Unwise attention. So whether it is a dukkha or not, okay. Dukkha, dukkha samudaya, nirodha, mega, whether they are nature or anicca, or dukkha or sukha, and also atta or anatta, subha or asubha, like that we cannot decide. Okay, that is really what it is. What vicikicchā. So sometimes you go to the shopping mall, then you are not sure whether to buy this or not, to buy this product or not. That is not vicikicchā, not really akusala vicikicchā. Okay, don't confuse that one. Only when in the it regarding the Buddha, Dhamma, Sangha, and also regarding the true nature of the beings and beings, mentalities and materialities. So we are not able to decide. Okay, it is anicca or nature, impermanent or permanent, suffering or happiness. So that is vicikicchā. So as a Buddha is a natural for us to be with the vicikicchā. So only when we attain the Sotapatti Magga, vicikicchā is totally abandoned. That other than for the Sotapanna persons, they are very sure, because they surely definitely see mentality, materiality as impermanent. The way they see mentality, materiality as impermanent, that's surely, definitely, because no vicikicchā at all for them. Okay, so when we contemplate on the khanda, ayatana, dhatu, okay, five aggregate, and so on, so we should try to see things as they really are. So for those practitioners, meditation practitioners, even though not yet very clear, but they start to see things as they really are. Sometimes nature, impermanent nature, we can be realized bit by bit, not so clearly. But when we attain the Sotapatti Magga, everything becomes very clear. So the impermanent nature become very clear. So only then we will be called we would be start to call what as noble persons, Ariya. Okay. So with this, today we finish 14 Akusala Cetasika together with the characteristics, function, manifestation, proximate cause, and that is their specific characteristics. Salakana, Sakalakana. So if you, after knowing, that kind of a knowing is called what? Sammasana jnana. Okay? You're trying to see Namarupa Pariccheda. Okay, discerning mentality, materiality. So Bhava Sayadaw also explained that. So you to be able to discern mentality, materiality, we have to know each mental concomitants together with their characteristic function, manifestation, proximate cause. So that it will be easier for you to discern, okay, to discern mentality, materialities, as well as to remove to nature, sukha, subha, atta perceptions. Okay. So with this, we will conclude for today. Thank you so much for listening. Buddha Sasana Jiran Dekadu, Buddha Sasana Jiran Dekadu, Buddha Sasana Jiran Dekadu, Sadhu, Sadhu, Sadhu.